Okay, just a real quick continuation of my previous video. I made a little comment in that previous video. Uh, Real quick, um, it was the video, have I ever used a gun in self-defense? Yes. Um, I also said in that video that I had only used a pistol, and as far as I could remember, I had never used a shotgun or a rifle. But actually I did use a shotgun once too. I didn't have to shoot it, luckily, because it was empty. I had no ammo. Because me and my buddy, who had went down over the hill as teenagers, shooting rifles and shotguns. I don't know if we had any pistols or not. We might have. We dumbingly came back after shooting without any ammo in our guns. And of course I was a teenager, so we didn't carry pistols on us all the time. We kept them in our car or something like that, or in our truck or something. But we never really carried them on us. What had happened was me and a friend went down over the hill to shoot some guns into the woods. So we went down there and we shot, we had a good time, blah, blah, blah. On the way down there, there's this one guy in the neighborhood and his two sons, which his two sons, by the way, are in prison today for trying to rob and kill. They did kill a little old lady trying to rob her one night. Them and a couple of our other friends that we grew up with. Sadly, one of them would have been a decent kid and bad upbringing. His brother had been burned alive in a bootlegger joint but lived, and his dad had been in and out of prison, and I can't remember what happened to Larry. Me and my brother used to love him because he'd come over, and he was a friend of Dad's, and he'd open beer bottles and stuff with his, he was missing his front teeth, so he was able to open them somehow with his front teeth. His name was Larry. But anyway, so me and my buddy got going over the hillside. We shot guns, rifles, shotguns, and on the way down, this one guy, I'm not going to name his name. He's probably dead by now. He was kind of an old guy back then. And his two sons had been outside. One of his sons had been outside, and they have these two big old junkyard dogs, and they're on logging chains. They're just ferocious. They came running out as me and my buddy were walking down the road, and I thought for sure, man, they were going to break those chains. And I got that shotgun down, ready to just blast them dogs if they did. And they couldn't. They about strangled themselves trying. But one of his sons came out and was like, "You better not shoot my dog." And I told him, I said, "Blank, if those dogs break that chain, come after me, I'm killing them both." You know, nothing else was said. We went on down the hill and shot guns and had a great time, me and my buddy. On the way back up, though, with empty guns, and there's a valuable lesson in this story, too. You might already know what it is. But on the way back up, we were met by the dad. Now, the dad, I guess I could call him by his first name, Harry, was a Vietnam vet and was known to carry a pistol in the small of his back. And he was crazy. Crazy. And he come out and he said, "I heard you was going to shoot one of my dogs." I said, "Harry, man, if those things ever come at me like that, I'm not going to have a choice." "Yeah. Well, anybody ever shoots one of my dogs, I'm going to kill them. I'll kill them," and all this. And he kind of acted like he was going to reach around the back. And I had a shotgun in my arms. And I think I had it over my shoulder, and I just put it down real quick in both hands and looked at him. And I said, "Thanks for the warning, Harry." And about that time, my buddy, he kind of took 2 steps back. He had a rifle or something, maybe a shotgun in his hands too, but it was empty too. And all of a sudden, Harry's, he's like, "Oh, you and I have always got along. We've never had any problems, blah, blah, blah." And, we hashed it out. It was no big deal. It was over with. But I was thinking the whole time, man, I have no ammo. If something does happen and he is crazy, that would have been really bad. So my lesson I learned was never ever leave the range without ammo in your gun, ready to go. Don't fire your defensive stuff. If you do fire your defensive stuff, take some more so that you can reload it. But never go shooting, never leave the range with an empty gun. Plain and simple. The message here is always have ammo. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks a bunch.